Welcome. Apparently, I'm still working on fixing the feeds, but as I'm doing that, I will kind of try to do a quick rundown of last session. Okay, so they had succeeded in saving Lucia on the lam from that area and from whatever possibly could have happened behind them. Duris was the city you were in. Meraki is the city they arrived in. Upon arrival in Meraki, they discovered, after most of the party got in, that someone by the description of Lucius was wanted in Duris for killing a bunch of people. Therefore, after a brief attempt at fleeing, Lucius decided to give himself up, found himself in prison. A large bar tab was racked up, for which Randall eventually decides to kind of prostitute himself out to try to pay for it. Does. The group goes to try to talk to the people in the prison and manage to get Lucius's gear taken away from him. So now Lucius finds himself in jail with just a few items that Randall was able to give him: some oil, some flour, a candle, and the rest had kind of gone back. They had instructed Lucius to wait about 2 hours before he attempted to get out. Peos now, and part of the plan that Lucius is not privy of, is looking for a body to replace Lucius's in the event they're able to get him out. So, let's go to our wonderful group. All right. How we doing, everyone? Welcome all those who are joining us live. Currently, actually, we have a decent group of numbers of people for this time in the morning in this side of the country. So, I think Randall at the beginning of all this is a little busy right now. And we will be coming back to him shortly, though. Peos, you head out, right? And
Yep.
Hendrix, you're staying in the room with Lucia at the moment?
Okay. Yeah, keeping on.
Okay. So, Peos, what are you up to?
Looking for someone that is of Lucius's size, roughly. Someone that is not, right. Someone questionable. Someone that's not, wouldn't say good, but wouldn't say evil either. But evil would work.
Okay.
The bully of this town, or, the one that's doing whatever he's doing for, ill repute.
Okay. Let's see. What do you think you'd be using in order to determine exactly, what's going on here or how you're finding your victim?
Yeah, Pios likes to observe a lot. Likes to perch out on places and, just watch. So he's going to use perception.
Okay. Give me a roll for perception.
Okay, and I get advantage on that dice roll, so not thank you, D&D Beyond. 9.
All right. It's really tough. There's so much going on in this city, and I think a lot of it just has to do with you're not from here. You're not familiar with these people. They're mountain folk, miners. It's not really your jam, per se.
Mm-hmm.
Cities in general probably aren't. I'd say you'd be able to find somebody. Now,
Okay.
your knowledge as to their qualifications with just looking is not necessarily going to be 100%.
Would Pios remember if we had a time limit?
Would would anyone have told him is because this was, I think, communicated in Lucius's head, and perhaps between Hendrix and Randall.
I never said a time. I never said a time.
Yep. Okay, so you
I just said
really
we
don't
needed
know.
a body, and then he popped off out.
I mean, you know, at some point tonight, right? You're planning on trying to get Lucius out of prison.
And it's early morning time, right?
It's still night. It's kind of like late night.
And we're planning on getting him out tonight or the next night.
It would be tonight. Would be what everyone seems to be thinking, because in the morning they expect the Griffin to arrive with a witness to identify Lucius. You guys had also sent a message out to your ship, and the Aarakocra captain. However, that too would take a while because your owl, Daisy, had to fly all the way over there, and then get them and lead them kind of back to you guys. Now, the ship can get to Meraki. It'll figure that out. But Daisy would probably have a certain bond with Hendrix, enough to like be able to fine hone the captain in on your guys' exact location.
So I think what Pius would do, since he doesn't know about this guy, and he doesn't know his mannerisms or anything like that, and he doesn't have time to like do a deep dive, to find out if he's a shady type of person or whatnot. I think what Pius is going to do, he's going to secretly stalk him for a little bit, get him in a right position where he's like in an alleyway or whatnot, preferably near a cart.
Okay.
And sneak up behind him, and instead of kill him, he's going to knock him out.
Okay. First, give me a stealth check.
Okay, here we go. D&D Beyond.
What do we get?
11.
You know what? I'm going to roll just to, maybe this guy is drunk. Oh, no, not that drunk. There comes a point where he turns and he looks back, and he spots you.
Okay, I just keep on walking.
He will
in another direction.
Like groups and crowds, and kind of, I don't know how long you want to watch him or move on, but he will kind of join a group and make sure that he's not alone.
Yep.
This is such a...
I mean, perfect continuation of last game, as far as everything goes, right? Because nothing went right.
Eventually, I'm going to loop back around and try to spot him again and see if I can get in maybe a different position or whatnot to possibly tail him again.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of just walk by as if you weren't interested in him at all, and you were just happened to be there.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna try to like come back around from a different angle.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll me a perception and a stealth check.
Okay, that's better. Okay, 24.
For perception or stealth?
Perception.
Okay.
Stealth now is still better than last time, 17.
Okay. You are able to spot him. He is now like wandered into a bar. And he doesn't seem to notice you.
Okay. Is there an outhouse nearby?
Sure.
I'm gonna wait for him.
Okay.
Hiding out.
About 30 more minutes is gonna pass. And other people have come and gone. Finally, this individual, like, kind of shuffles out and makes his way to a little, like, outhouse on the side of this dive bar area.
Just as he walks in, gets ready to either, pull his pants down or sit on it, whatever he's going to do, I'm going to sneak up behind him and clock him in the head.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
17.
Okay. Roll damage with sneak attack.
Yep.
And we're aiming to just knock him out, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, not kill him. Here, why don't you roll? It's 8. 14.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to knock him out. He slumps down.
And I proceed to basically drag him out. And if they got like a little, one of them little carts, that you can pull like sacks on or something like that,
All right. Give me another stealth check.
This is a full-size human, like someone big enough to pass muster as Lucius.
Yeah.
This is pious.
15.
That's why he's looking for a cart. Okay. Okay. You're lucky that I start rolling bad, because you're able to like pull him out. And what is your strength score?
9.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
4.
It's very slow going.
Yep.
Attempting to get him just out of this area and move around.
Mm-hmm.
After like 2 minutes of, you're moving him, but it's very slow. It's tough. He's, dead weight. After a couple minutes, you start hearing the sounds of like people talking and getting closer.
With that, I look around. Is there anything that I can use possibly to camouflage ourselves with?
Give me a perception check. Sorry, I'm making lots of rolls, but you're trying to abduct someone by a bar in a city street. So
19.
Okay. I'll say there's like a pile of trash nearby that you could find something to like pull over you guys or shove him into.
Yeah, and this camouflaging is my specialty, so.
Okay. So you can give me, I'd say either, surprisingly enough, a survival or a stealth check on this one.
Yep.
I'll let you pick.
Well, both I have advantage on, but I'm going to do stealth because it's a +9.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm glad I have that advantage because I rolled net 1. 18.
Okay. I'll say that's good enough. These are drunk individuals walking to the toilet, but it's probably another 5 minutes before they get in and then get out of this area. To the point where you feel comfortable enough. So you've probably all together have gone probably close to an hour and a half or so.
Yeah. Makes sense.
We'll say that for the sake of not just sticking with you for 8 hours, you rolling 4s on your strength check, you're able to get him into a cart that's in the back of this bar that they use for whatever, lugging kegs around or barrels around and stuff like that. Able to use some of that trash to hide the body and make your way back towards the Queen's Rest. Are you meeting them at the... Where are you going?
We last left off at the prisons, so I'm gonna probably pull the cart up behind someplace near the Queen's Rest, but in an alleyway or something like that, and basically tie this dude down and muffle him.
Okay.
As far as
All right. Sounds good. Let's jump over to Randall. How are you doing, Randall?
Tired.
Yeah.
Bruised. I've got unexpected bite marks in places I did not think would happen. And the worst part is they're mostly gums.
Yeah.
But, pleasantly sated and richer. So, it's been a good night. Good night, ladies. I'll see you next time. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon. I'm going to head out.
Yeah.
I'll save you the process of role-playing women who've just been
Please.
to heaven and hell twice in one night.
Yeah, please.
Sure. Gonna head on down the road. I see the Queen's Rest across the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming at this stage it's the wee hours, like not necessarily like the post-dawn, but pre-business life, right?
You want to go that long? You stayed there all night?
I mean, they paid for a service, and I didn't.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, then. Yeah. So at pre-dawn hours or so, then let's wait for a second before we come back to you. I just wanted to see where we were at.
Let's say I'll be heading out around about 3:34 a.m.
Okay.
That's what I'll be heading on.
Lucius. We are in a prison cell.
Yeah.
In the guardhouse on Meraki towards the front gates. You find yourself without your gear. You have a bag of flour, a flask of oil, and a candle, and whatever spells and natural abilities you possess. What is it you're up to?
I think at the moment, like, he has the stuff, like, in the corner of the bed right next to where the window is to get ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole time he's just sitting in there, and if anybody looks at him, he's just, like, kind of like talking to himself, rubbing his forehead, and just pissed off because, like, his father had shown up, and he was trying to get his help, and he decided, like, he's like, oh, your friends are here, everything's going to be fine. And everything went to shit, so he's pretty pissed off.
All right. How long or what are you waiting for before you attempt whatever it is you may want to attempt?
If I remember correctly, he was told that at 2 was going to happen, so it's kind of like trying to keep track of time.
Okay.
And as soon as he gets close, he would, like, shove one hand into the thing and start throwing, flour at the wall when they're not looking.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you'll notice over time that it's not like they're staring at you all the time. It's like every now and then someone will walk by and kind of like peek in the cell, but they're not really like actively attempting to make sure you don't do anything in there. They're pretty confident with their defenses. We'll stay on the screen, but Peos and Hendrix. So Peos, it takes you a couple of hours, so it's probably by the time you get back to the Queen's Rest, it's probably closer to like middle of the night, like midnight kind of time.
Okay. So after I basically tie up my unconscious victim and camouflage it well so no one can really, know what it really is, I'm going to go upstairs to the room.
Okay. You go up, you find Hendrix and Lucia. I would assume probably Lucia has passed out at some point. It's been a long, arduous couple of days for her, and the beds here are very nice. What is Hendrix up to?
Suppose I'll just be sitting at the balcony. I pulled up a chair just so I can see out the window and the front door in the same glance. And I've just been having my feet up, just watching the night sky, just waiting for everybody to come back. I suppose when Peos comes back in, I'll give him a nod. All done?
I have the body.
Good. Let me see if I can
not dead.
get hold of Randall. And I'll try and ping a message over to him. And just, my fingers crossed, hope to God I don't get awkward groaning back.
All right.
Because you said the distance between the road is less than 100. So.
Yeah, I was giving you their distances.
So I'll like, Randall, Pius is back. I think we're ready to go through the plan.
Right. Sure. That's new. Okay. That's fine. Okay. Give me. Nearly. Okay. I'll be there in about a minute or so. Yeah. Okay. I'll be out soon.
I'll turn to Pius and just say, he's coming.
We need to do this quickly. The body is not dead.
Okay. I mean, he's not dead. Where is he?
I have him downstairs on a cart.
In the lobby?
No, not in the lobby. He's, and I point down roughly in the alleyway off the balcony, roughly there, but around the building. He's on a cart. I've camouflaged him to make him look like trash.
Okay.
But he's tied up. He's gagged. But who knows for how much longer. I did hit him pretty hard, though. So, while he was trying to take a pee-pee.
Pee-pee.
That's the best part. Yeah, that's literally the best part.
Pee-pee.
I would say pee-pee. Love it.
Out of all the phrases that were coming out of your mouth, Pius, that was not the one I thought it was going to be.
What did you want me
I
to say?
appreciate that.
Right.
A man of your stature would have said slash. Something else, maybe. Piss. Anyway, we digress. And we'll
Literally
just
a
awkwardly...
P and a P. How short can I get it? I guess I could say P. That's one letter.
Shh. He's asleep on the bed anyway. Let's wait for Randall to get back and
Right.
talk about the next part of the plan.
Indeed.
Randall, you may enter whatever.
Sure. You're here across from the courtyard saying, "Thank you." No. Thank you. Oh, and thank you. As I receive monies, and I'm like, "Thank you." No, it's fine. I'll come back sometime. Sure. No, try and stay alive. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And I'll wait for the door to shut, and I'll call out across the courtyard and go, "Well, which window are you in?" "Oh, right. I see you. Hello." Yeah, 100%. I'm gonna go hang out inside this car. I'm sure I'll be nice and safe in there. Go down. Oh no, there's someone sleeping in here. Sorry. No, step out of the car again. Where should I wait?
I'll message you saying, come back up to the room quick. What do you want?
Yep. Okay. Sure.
And I'll tell you the room number.
Okay. And I will go to said room. Making my way upstairs. Knock on the door, enter on in. Hello. Oh, good. Lucia, you're still here. That's good.
She's soundly sleeping, curled up.
Job well done.
I guess we huddle around and have a quiet conversation. So Pius has acquired a body. Well, a person. He's out in a cart round in the alleys.
Oh, I saw him. He's sleeping.
Really? He's awake. Oh,
Yes, he's not dead. I did not kill him.
This is the body we were going to leave as a charred corpse?
That is up to you if you wish to kill him. I prefer not to kill him, but that is up to you.
Yeah, no, I have to be honest with you. Somewhere around about the second or third round, I started having second thoughts on the whole process of murdering a complete innocent just to free Lucius from being in jail.
That's why I did not kill him, because I did not know if he was innocent or not. If he
Right.
was not innocent, you would have saw a dead body.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's interesting to see the levels of your vigilantism. Well, okay. Besides which, I mean, it's probably a child. You don't want to just murder a child for no reason, you know.
You got a better idea?
I have actually. I do have an idea.
Just come to you, did it?
It did again and again. Yeah, I can create objects of a certain value. Now, in my mind, a body is how expensive? I mean, a burnt body anyway. Not that much. So I should be able to create a charred mass of flesh and just leave it inside the jail cell after he creates an explosion and comes out. It will go away after a few hours, but that should afford us enough time to escape, get out of the city, get on an airship, and leave this godforsaken island as quickly as possible.
Is your illusions like my illusions, where if they are touched, they are seen through?
No. It's not an illusion. It's a creation, my friend. I don't know how you do it, but when I create something, I will check this 100%. One non-magical item of my choice in an unoccupied space. Maximum value of the item is 80 gold pieces. It can be maximum size is medium, and it can last for 3 hours. Sound of the police.
Sounds like the cops are out surveying.
Quick, everybody, away from the balcony.
Yeah. Actually, that's an ambulance, to be fair, but it is what it is. One time for the Green Arc Massive. Yeah, we will. If we do this right, we can carry on with the plan. We don't have to murder anyone.
I did not murder him. He is unconscious.
And now you don't have to go down that path. That's what I'm saying.
Oh. If he's not going to be the victim, he could be the distraction.
That's what I'm thinking. You want to have him pull up outside the police station and say he's been attacked?
We found another victim that was attacked.
Yeah.
Not us personally, but
Was attacked by a guy in gold armor.
yeah.
I'm sure we can convince him that's what happened.
Probably best if Hyos. He knows our faces.
If we do that, we don't even have to have him even break out. And if we're going to do that, we should probably do that sooner rather than later, so that he doesn't break out. Oh shit, we're in a time limit here. Shall we?
I think we need to get him out. They're looking for a guy with golden armor, and as far as the guards are concerned, he was wearing golden armor. They're going to wait till their official gets there before they do anything.
Unless we can get this guy to go in there and say, I've just been attacked by a guy in golden armor, and he's just run down the street.
The guy did not see me. Only briefly, though, but
We could charm him into saying that. We could charm him into believing that. Perhaps.
But it
I'll move you to the end, guys.
earlier.
You think break him out? Why involve yet another wheel into our nutsness?
Where I knocked him out at was near an outhouse near which tavern did I knock him out at?
You ended up tracking him down at the Pickaxe.
I knocked him out near this tavern called the Pickaxe. If you want to say that he was attacked near that area. It is quite far from this place, so...
It would at least take some of the guards that way. If we can't get him out on the story alone. They'll have to investigate it. Send a guard or two. That lightens the security.
It's nighttime right now. 4 a.m, yes?
We're probably a little after midnight at this point.
So
I was
2
giving you guys a
a.m.
little bit of room since Lucius is thinking 2 a.m. is the breakout time.
Right. Thanks for the heads up and the reminder there, GM. You're a very fine and decent fellow.
Well, I'm going with that because Lucius got the time wrong. You guys think 2 hours from when you left
Right.
Lucius. So you're thinking he's breaking out any second now.
Yeah.
Lucius is thinking 2 a.m. And I'll give, since Lucius is probably not the brightest bulb.
Okay. Then let's, if we're going to do this, let's do this now. If not, let's make the plan work without the unconscious man being dead. Either we have him go in there and say he is assaulted, or
Works for me.
Okay, we'll do that then.
Okay.
He's in the cart just now. Is the cart got a horse on the end of the cart?
I wheeled him over here myself, so it is a distance away. So
Is that a small cart or like a proper horse-drawn, large enough cart?
It was a pull cart.
Yeah,
Enough to
it's
pull
like
a keg.
a wheelbarrow. Maybe a little bit larger than like what you might use for your gardening, but it's designed to like maybe hold a keg or like a barrel or two of wine or beer.
Right. Okay. Okay. This is what I propose we do. Hendrix, go downstairs, get hold of a wagon and a horse, and bring that round to the back alleyway. Pios, you and I will take the wagon down to the police station, and we will awaken him just by there. Hendrix, have the horses facing outwards so we can make a quick getaway. Explosion goes off. I throw up the creation up top, so there's a burnt body up there. Have him go in saying that he's just been attacked by a man. Prior to that, that should limit the number of policemen in there. And I will charm this man into believing that he had been attacked by a man in golden armor not less than 30 minutes ago.
And
Yeah.
What about Lucia? Are we leaving her here?
Take her with you so she's in the wagon, or leave her here and we'll pick her up on the way out.
I don't know if it's safer leaving her here or taking her with us. If she comes with us, she's an accessory.
We leave her here, and spies in the city may already be circling this area.
I agree.
Okay, then we shall do this. Wagon and horses with Hendrix and Lucia. She stays with you, stays close. Keep her hidden so people don't see her at all. Okay.
So just to clarify, what wagon and horses are we talking about?
I assume that there is a stables by the Queen's Rest.
Okay.
Such as stables will have livery and will have horses waiting and possibly a delivery wagon. Whilst that's happening, the ham wagon being pulled by me and Pios going down to the police station.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to figure out how. So you're taking a wagon, hiring a wagon. What's the aim on that one?
If I can get away with taking one, I will take one.
Okay.
Depends how many, because it's late. I don't know how many people are there. Are they unmanned stables? And there's just a horse. Can I then put the horse round and set up it on a cart and pull
You
away?
don't want to hire a cart late night. The rates go through the roof after midnight. You know?
Exactly.
It's like a Uber or Lyft, right? It gets more expensive during the peak hours.
I'll try and steal a set of stable keys and paint the town red.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you would make your way down to the stables. Getting down there, you see I mean, they're not like locked. They're attached to the Queen's Rest right off the main gate. There's like large double doors that open up, to allow a cart in and out. If you go in, you can hear the sounds of snoring somewhere, from somewhere within the stable. But there is like a covered cart, like a wagon sort of a thing, that it looks like it's used for carrying passengers or whatever. And there are several stables with horses within them. Various types. Some are riding horses, some are draft horses. But yeah.
Okay, I guess I want to do a couple things. You say there was snoring, so I kind of want to find out where that's coming from.
Okay.
And if I need to worry about that. Is it human? Is it a horse snoring? I don't know. Then this double doors, do I need to open these to get the cart out, or is the cart outside of the double doors?
No, the cart is like inside the stable area. So it's a large enough stable. And you enter like a little side, like there's a human-sized door for like entry, like off the side of the stable area. But then there's large double doors that currently has like a wooden bar across it from the inside. But you're able to get in.
I would need to open that.
You would need to open that to get a cart out. But yeah, give me perception check.
Yeah.
All
27.
Right. Yeah. You easily find that there's like a loft area with like a bunch of hay stacked up, but if you make your way up there, like up these like little stairs that kind of go up to the side to get up there, you see that in like the back corner of it there's a cot, and there's a like rotund fellow that's like sleeping there, and he's kind of like almost falling out of the cot just because of his size versus the cot. Like his legs hang over and like rest on the ground, and his arms are kind of hanging to both sides, and you just like laid back, still dressed in his like stable garb, but he's just like
no weapons, just stable attire. Yeah,
I mean, there's like a club nearby, but he doesn't look overly like martially inclined. He just
if I'm able to, am I able to carefully tie his legs up, and then after tying his legs up, probably try and tie his hands to something, and then probably try and gag him.
Why don't you give me a stealth roll, and we'll see
stealth,
how carefully you can do this like without waking him. And I'm gonna give a random.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not good, guys.
I mean, I rolled a 4. So
I rolled a 7.
Luckily, you're able to succeed. So yeah, you're able to get up there. Like, you're not quiet. Like, you step on a board and you're, but he's just like.
Oof.
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead and tie him up. And surprisingly, even though he's supposed to be ready to go on a moment's notice in case someone needs him, he's just stays asleep. Which then kind of gives you free reign of this stable area.
I will tie him up, gag him, leave him up there, and then I will proceed to unlock the front gate, open it up wide, find a horse and pull it round to the cart, and then pull the cart out and once I'm onto the street, then drive it away.
Okay, and you're bringing Lucia with you?
Of course, yes. Once I've got the horse ready, I suppose I better dash upstairs and get her.
Okay. We'll go ahead and, for sake of everything, that goes fine. That goes well. Are you proficient with land vehicles?
Let me check.
The other two, what were you up
Yes,
to?
I am.
Okay. I had a feeling. I thought your background gave you that anyways.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, maybe the first passenger cart you've ever driven, but, you know, not overly different from, like, military supply and, you know, various, like, troop transport, land-based vehicles you've managed to get the duty of from time to time. Randall and Pios, what are you guys up to?
Are we going to go around the buildings sneakily?
Yeah,
Stealthily?
100%. Gonna pull this wagon along. 2 small people. Middle of the night. Nothing to see here. Perfectly normal.
I rolled a dirty 20 on stealth.
Okay.
I'm helping him. That's my
Okay.
way of rolling that die.
Still dirty 20. I rolled 18 for the second roll. So
All right.
dirty 20.
That's fine. All right. So you guys are stealthily making your way through the streets with a cart with a body
Yeah.
tied up, covered with trash.
Yep. Yep.
Luckily, due to the hour of the morning, because we're probably now we're ticking into the, you know, depth of night, early morning as far as we see things nowadays.
Sure.
But still dark out. You're able to kind of traverse through the city, and you're heading towards the better parts of town, so it tends to be less ruffians out in the middle of the night, less noise, and that tolerated. So there are a few times that you spot guards and you kind of will have to wait for them to pass because there's not like enough traffic on the streets to make it
Right.
unquestionable while you're walking around.
A quick aside, and in our moment just now, do I get to treat my recent endeavors as a long or short rest?
I will give you a short rest. I don't know how restful they really are, but we'll call you were satisfied enough to be a short rest.
Cool.
And anyone else who had wanted to take a short rest could get any benefits they might get from that, with the exception of maybe Pios, because you were out hunting.
I was hunting.
Lucius and Hendrix were hanging out.
Okay, fine.
Lucius
My
is
spell
still
slots
hanging
are
out.
up max then, okay. But I don't think it impacts my bardic inspiration. Nope. Still got no bardic inspiration.
Okay.
That's cool. That's fine.
I'm just
We
going
don't
with
need that
how you
at
guys
all right
chose
now.
things, so, you know.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
fine.
So
It's gonna be fine.
you're going with the cart.
Yeah.
Separately, right? You guys aren't touching base again with Hendrix and Lucia. They're going with their wagon towards the police station area.
Yeah.
All right.
When we're about a couple roads away,
Mm-hmm.
I'll say to Paz, you're good to carry this by yourself, right? And not wait for an answer. And jump onto the back of the wagon with the still sleeping man. And I'm going to cast Charm Person on him whilst he's asleep.
Okay.
And the whole time while he's do that, I'm gonna kind of put up my hood and kind of like make myself not look like the dude that he saw earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
While I'm-
Give me a deception performance, or if you have like a disguise kit.
Could I use survival?
Not really. It's
So
not really like I'm going to
does he
change the
need,
way I
like-
look.
He needs to change the way he looks. Hi, I have a spare set of clothing he can use. And He's literally the only person in the party who can fit
Oh yeah,
the clothing that I have.
it's true.
Piles, we're going to take
Yes.
a quick 30 seconds for you to get dressed up, and you're going to be wearing some silk, my friend. You're going to be big and pink.
Clothes montage.
Interesting.
What does he look like? What
He
is
literally
the clothes
goes
look
in
like?
the alleyway, comes out. I'm like, no. Goes back in, comes back out again. I'm like, no. Comes back in, I'm like, oh, great. And he's like, no. He goes back in again. The entire time we're listening to some 80s EDM happening. Yeah, he's going to come out eventually wearing a red cape hoodie, essentially. But the hoodie itself has got toggles set down across it. And it's going to have a cutoff on the sleeves. And it's going to have undersleeves underneath them, which are bright yellow. He's going to have trousers, which are going to be black and loose, with like multiple pockets all the way down there. And I'm going to be like, there you go. It's great. If anyone gets confused, you can always say that you're just a 13-year-old boy. You look great.
Right. And I'm gonna take my shield and like put something over it and put it on my back.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you've got the cloak hoodie thing. Right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put it on my back, then put the cloak hoodie over that.
Perfect.
Yeah. Think of it more like a poncho, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy
Got
enough
that
for you to like
diagonal pull back at the back, you know.
sling your shield behind you.
Yeah.
All right, Randall.
And then
We have
continue.
a charm person effect going off, right?
We're going to be doing a combination of actions here, working on the basis that he's asleep and that each spell would work as an action. There's a 6-second period followed by another 6-second period. And during that time period, the guy's not really waking up. Am I right?
More than likely, yes. I think if he makes a save on something, if he succeeds, his probably consciousness will make him aware of something's going on. However, he's still tied up and gagged. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, Pios
And-
had tied him up and gagged him.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. I'm looking at a tied up gag guy. That's and it's going to be difficult for me to undo those things without waking him up, I feel.
Good possibility. But by the way, I've been rolling recently. Who knows?
And
Okay.
you now get an advantage from Shadow Soldier PR.
Oh, cool beans. Thank you, whoever that could be. All right, what I'm going to do then is I'm going to do a sleight of hand check, hopefully, I'll do a sleight of hand check for this first thing to undo his knots and his gag without waking him. Okay? Do you want that with advantage as he's asleep?
I'll give you advantage since he's asleep, sure.
That's the first one. Oh, thank God for the second one. That's a 16. First one was an 11.
Okay. So you're able to do that.
Okay. I'm going to...
Start using D&D Beyond to roll because this freaking program hates me.
I'm going to do a mind sliver on him. So he needs to do an intelligence saving throw, or he's going to take damage.
Okay.
Want the mind sliver to be that of the image of a giant golden armored man who looks nothing like Lucius in any way, shape, or form except for the golden armor. Okay? Just beating the living hell out of him and launching him into this wagon. I want that to be the dream sequence nightmare that wakens him up. Okay?
Okay. What does Mind Sliver say as far as...
It is... it says this. You drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one person I can see within range. They have to make an intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and take 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of my next turn.
Alright, so this is an intelligence saving throw, you said.
Yes, sir. Hopefully your NPCs use intelligence like a dump stat like most players do.
And what is the saving throw? I roll a 13.
It was a 14.
Okay, so there you go. He failed the save. Let me actually read the spell because I'm better at reading something.
You're looking to see...
Well, I mean, it'll do the damage. I'm just looking to see whether it will.
Yeah, it will. Well, absolutely. I don't want it to, but it will.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
it'll do damage to him. It's all mental. It's psychic damage.
Yeah.
So it's more just like a brain freeze or a, powerful hit to the head. So I don't see anywhere in here that it actually will cause anyone to think a certain thing. Now your charmed person might.
No. Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going with the disorienting spike of psychic energy. So it's like, whoa, what's going on?
Okay.
So while he's having that moment of her, I'm now going to charm person him. As I say the words, friend, I saw what happened. That giant just hit you so hard. Quick, let us go to the police station and report this crime. I worry that he may have actually caused you untold damage.
Now, first, did you roll your damage for Mindstone?
No, but I'll do that real quick. Sure, no bother.
What did you roll?
That's straight up 6 points of damage.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
Seeing as
no,
a commoner...
I hate to admit that. It's 2d6. How is it 2d6?
It's okay, though. Seeing as he's a commoner, they have 4 hit points. So, you spike right into his mind, and his eyes open, and then just kind of like lose all life and all light as he does.
Okay, quick slap in the face, and I'll say, stop it. And I'm going to give him a healing word.
And you roll all the damage, then?
Yeah, I guess I have to. It's a cantrip. I can't believe it's 2d6 on a cantrip.
Because of your level, you start doing more damage.
It's literally the most powerful cantrip I've ever heard of in my entire life. Oh my god, I've killed him. I've absolutely murdered him.
Yeah. He's out. He's gone. There's no life in this.
Oh god. Pios.
Yes.
Pios. I killed him.
Like, killed him.
He's dead. He's so dead. He was a very feeble-minded man. I didn't realize it was. Oh my god! I've killed him.
It will be all right. And I just, as I'm continuing pushing, I kind of turn down an alleyway in a different direction.
I jump off the back of the car, and I go, "Oh god, what have I done? I didn't mean to do it." I'm gonna loot the body real quick, but not for the reasons you assume. I'm looking for any form of ID whatsoever.
All right. Give me an investigation check.
Oh god, what have I done? I've murdered an innocent man. Nope, that's a 9.
Okay.
This guy had no ID on him. Oh god.
Yeah, you do find a little like note in his pocket, scribbled like in bad handwriting. I love you, Daddy.
No.
Had to do it. Sorry.
Oh dear. Okay. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna keep that piece of paper and put that in my back pocket. Let's carry on with the plan.
We can use the body to.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll continue wheeling the cart, but around the back area instead of the front area. So.
Oh.
Wow. In which case, I'm going to start firing off. I have no flaming weapons at all, and I gave away my candles and my oil to. Do you have any flames, Piles?
I can start one.
Okay, probably want to wait. I'm not sure how we want to. Do we want to wait?
Your plan has gone successfully so far.
It's going great. Everything's going great, you guys. Okay, let's go. Yeah, start setting the wagon on fire, I guess. He's got to be a smoldering corpse.
You guys doing this right behind the jail?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a tinder box, by the way, so I can easily start fire. And it's trash and old rags and whatnot, too, so...
Perfect.
Yeah.
Meanwhile...
Is there any chance I could use the Shadow Soldier PR advantage die to, not kill this guy?
You could.
It gives you advantage on a roll.
Yeah.
Could I re-roll that D6 and see if I could roll less?
Sure. I'll let you utilize that to try not to kill something. What was your other die roll?
It was a 6 and a 5. I rolled 11. I don't see. I mean, you rolled a 6. I need to literally roll a 1 to be less than the 4 hit points that he had. There's, you know what? The guy's dead. He died. It is what it is.
Yeah. You might want to save that for something else coming up.
I feel like I'm going to need it.
You
the way
may.
things are going.
You
Yep.
may.
Great.
Meanwhile, where is Hendrix and Lucia pulling around a cart?
Okay, I'm probably round the back, like maybe a street over,
Okay.
just with the horse sticking out. Within probably, like, let's say that 70 to 100 feet of the back of the prison.
Okay.
So
like further down the alley, like that the prison is joining onto, but like so the prison is kind of like off a main road near the entrance, and behind it there's an alleyway, and there's a row of buildings that kind of go alongside the prison in either direction. So the alley will run for a little ways back there, and there's other rows of buildings that go on like an adjacent street area.
If I feel like I could stay there inconspicuously, then yeah. If not, I'd 10, 20 feet further out.
Sure, you'd be able to find a spot like, but you're wanting to stay like probably, you said 50 to 100 feet away, like further down the alley in one direction or the other.
Yeah, enough for, let's say, they could sprint to me.
Yeah.
And get their best part in a round.
All right. So yeah, so about 50-ish feet. I mean, well, they're gnomes, so a few buildings down from the prison. You spot eventually Pios and Randall come wheeling into the back of the prison area with a cart, and they're coming up like behind. Lucius, give me a perception check. Let's bring you back into this game.
I'll send a message to Randall quickly. Back to the original plan then.
14.
Yep, everything went fine. Nope, thought about it. Dead guy, definitely. Yep.
Okay. Lucius, you start to sense, or kind of because you're looking out for a good time to do things, you notice that your friends, at least Pios and Randall, are in the alleyway with a wheelbarrow type cart in it with a bunch of trash.
I'll start setting up, then like every time I see them not looking, I'll hurry up and throw a bunch of flour in there, put the cast in there, and just get ready to.
Okay. Pios and Randall, what are we doing? You're lighting this guy on fire?
I'm lighting the cart itself.
Okay. Are you have a spell for that, or?
No, I've got a tinderbox.
Tinderbox.
And
okay.
we've got, and it's with trash and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
just give me a survival roll.
Okay.
It shouldn't be too hard.
I
But I've thought about that before. You guys.
I rolled
placing the cart against the edge of like underneath where the window is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have advantage on survival, but I rolled a 10.
Okay.
So
Yeah, it's not too
I
tough.
figured
You're
it's
able
easy.
to get it to light. It's not all the trash was 100% dry, so it took a little bit of work. But though it takes time, you're able to get it. Now that Lucius knows you guys are there, he seems to be prepping and not necessarily like your time limit is now more fluctuant because he knows you guys are there with the plant. Eventually, this catches fire. It doesn't smell great at all. Eventually, people, Lucius, anyways, you can hear some of the guards being like, "You smell that? Man, what'd you do? Oh, that's awful." But they don't seem to like be actively trying to figure it out at the moment yet. Because I rolled like hell.
do I have time to put down one of the hunting traps I got down from the previous?
That is entirely up to you. If you want to.
Don't get me killed, man.
Set up hunting traps.
I want to place it around where, like, if the guards run around the building,
Okay.
then one of them will get snagged in it.
So you can go ahead and draw on the map where, I mean, it would be a 5-foot square area. So just pick, about where you would want it to.
Okay. Where's the front of the building at exactly?
You're on the back side of the building. The front of the building is on the complete opposite side.
So where is the burning cart at?
I mean, somewhere right there with you guys. So I would think,
Okay.
it is, probably right.
So whichever way would probably be if they had like a little trail or something like that would go around. That's where I'd pretty much try to disguise the trap at in that area. So.
Okay. Yeah. Wherever you want to place them, really. Like, so the cart would be back here behind. I put a little box. Let's say that's where the cart is.
Okay. Sure.
The guards would come from like the front side, which is the opposite side from where you guys were, where the cart is. So how many squares away from you?
About halfway in the middle of the building. So
Like
closer
there?
to the front. Yeah, that'll work.
All right. So there's a trap right there.
I don't want to try to, camouflage it as best as I can.
All right.
So,
Give me another survival check. What are you up to, Randall?
16.
Watching him lay out traps to capture a policeman and having a burning corpse of a man that I accidentally just murdered in his sleep whilst we're trying to free Lucius. I think I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
Fair enough.
I'm going to whisper up to Lucius. Set the bomb. We're ready. We're outside. Let's go. I'm looking right at. I'm gonna obviously have to dive out the way. I think.
Yeah, you might want to move it that way.
When there is an explosion, I'm gonna hold an action back, and when there is an explosion, I'm gonna cast Shatter at the wall, at the point of the explosion, to add to the impact of the explosion. I'm going to cast that at 2nd level.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. I'm just going to say, because you guys are joining this together, we will say that this works. So this wall here has been destroyed. So now there's...
before he did it, Lucius would get behind that little, fire candle thing. Just in case the explosion's big, it doesn't hit him.
Sure. No problem. We'll give you that one. I hesitate to make you guys roll for things. So this area here is all difficult terrain now. Rubble. A loud explosion goes off, and the guards, you can hear, are scrambling. Let's roll initiative really quick, because I want to see just kind of like the order of operations here. Ooh, that was
21 for me.
So close to net 20.
16 for me.
All right. So we have 21,
19.
19, 16. Hendrix, what's yours, just in case we get to that point? All right, so technically, Pios, you are first to act. When you hear the explosion, you hear things going off. What is it you want to do?
I'm pretty much going to run toward this way. So I guess I can move my... Is it 5 foot squares?
Yes, they are 5 foot squares.
I think I can only move 25. Yeah, okay. I get about right there.
Okay. You going to use any action to run, or are you just going to hang out there for a moment?
I kind of want to see what everybody's doing before I just run off into some...
For sure.
I guess, yeah, because I want to make sure everybody can get out.
You guys would know which direction Hendrix is.
Okay.
You guys pick. Is that north on the screen or south on the screen?
Yes.
I mean, which direction you want to be running is the... I don't really care.
Well, who's running?
Well, I mean, eventually Hendrix has a cart waiting for you guys.
We're going to go to where the cart is.
Okay.
And the nearest gate out of the city is south?
The nearest gate would be around the front of this building and probably 100 feet that way. But
we're really close to the edge.
Yes, but that is the front gate that faces the guardhouse too. So do with that as you will. And that heads inland from there, at least without double backing.
So the opposite side of the city is where we need to go to get to the port?
Yes. If you were going to get to what meager skyports this place has, it would be the opposite side of the city.
We could head back to the Queen's Rest, hole up there until we get the skyship to come by and pick us up and take us away.
This city is also actually a little bit inland from the edge of the island. So, I mean, you could get there, and they have areas where a ship can come in, and then there's platforms that they can dock on. But then you could also theoretically get to the edge, or have a skyship come by and drop a ladder or something somewhere else if you want.
On our travels around, I would say that one of the tallest towers was the Rookery.
Yes. Where the griffins that they use to come in and out and scout the land live. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not go there. That's a terrible place to go.
I mean, you would have known that, so I'll give you that.
Actively looking for us. Randall is out of ideas. He's literally just murdered a dude.
Yeah.
And not in the heat of battle, by accident. This is the first accidental death he's done.
Yeah.
So he's just going to book it onto the wagon. He's going to follow Lucius and Pios in a blind daze, jump onto the back, and is just going to lie there.
That sounds
There
good.
is a very large chance the things that can go wrong with him can go wrong with him at this stage. He's feeling a bit chaotic.
All right. Lucius, what are you up to? The wall has exploded now. You can hear the guards inside starting to scramble, starting to react.
Does it look like they're gonna come in the room, or?
It's hard to say at this point. Oh wait, let me make sure the stream can see you. You can hear the voices, but you're kind of barricaded yourself so that you didn't get hurt by the explosion. You don't see anybody in the hallway, at least from your angle.
Gotcha. Well, just in case, he's gonna grab the pillow and sheets and stuff out of the bed and throw it near the door to the cell and burn it.
Okay.
And then he's gonna run out.
Okay, so you're gonna throw the sheets and everything, and then you're gonna cast
firebolt.
Okay, cool.
And then he'll run out to meet up with them.
Okay, the wall area, and the area just beyond the wall is difficult terrain due to the rubble. What's happened to Randall? Who's gone? What are we doing?
Nothing. Nothing.
But Lucius, go ahead and move yourself, if you like. To where you would-
I couldn't log on to the map earlier. I had asked for the help with the password thing.
Oh, jeez.
So you're
Sorry,
gonna have to move me to.
I missed that. I will do that. Here, I will also send you the password again. But I will move you. Just tell me, like, how many squares or whatever.
Just I can't go 30 because it's the whole terrain thingy. But I'm trying to go as much as I can to follow Randall because I just saw him run by.
So 5, 10, 15, 25. So then 30 would be here. You used your action to cast Firebolt. There's now a small fire within your cell there, quickly burning up the pillow and the sheets and everything by the doorway. You've gotten out. Randall, you see Lucius come running out of the cell. Let me move the...
Not skinny.
Yeah, all skinny, no longer looking
about
all buff.
downtown.
Skinny Lucius.
What would you like to do, Randall? I mean, I know you're saying you're in a daze, but it is technically your action.
Do I see the cart?
Yeah, the cart. Oh, of Hendrix. Yeah, we'll say because you guys all came out on this side, you would have planned the side with Hendrix. We'll say it is downwards on the screen, or southerly.
Okay. Then I'm gonna climb up on the cart and I'm gonna jump into the back and I'm just gonna lie there for a while, staring up at the ceiling.
All right. He's about 50 feet, so you will have to do a dash, but we'll say you can dash to get to and into the cart.
100%. I will dash all the way there.
All right. So we're just gonna move. I'll just move you kind of like down to the bottom of the screen, even though.
Thank you.
Okay. So Randall runs off. The guards within start stirring.
Because there's been a big explosion, people.
Yep. You hear shouting, "He's escaped! He's escaped! Sound the alarm!" Then you hear a bunch of bells going off shortly after from the front of the building. And that will be their actions. Hendrix. Randall jumps in your cart. You can see, you heard and saw all of this stuff happening. There's a little bit of light that was given off anyways in this alleyway from various buildings and from the lights from the cell that Lucius was in to start with. And then some of the other nearby cells having lights on. And then, of course, flame and a shatter bursts. And you can start seeing and hearing people in nearby buildings like reacting and starting to wake up and try to figure out what goes on. You hear bells start, like a loud bell start clanging from in front of the guardhouse.
Okay, well, if it wasn't obvious, I've got my hood over me, black hood, cloak, just sitting in front. If I turn and see I've already got people in the cart and we're waiting on one more, I'll just roll it forward slightly, just so it's not sticking out.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. If you were to run around the back of the prison, it's not in eye shot anymore.
Okay, but so like you turn a corner a little bit, so that
slightly, yeah. But Lucian should know where it is after seeing companions running that way.
Yeah. So you're still waiting on Lucius. You're waiting on Pios, but that is perfectly doable. Pios, you are next up. Lucius has booked it out of the prison. There's a flaming body in a cart next to you, and Hendrix has gone turned a corner with Randall on that cart. And what are you guys up to?
Does it look like I know Lucius can make it?
I mean, he seems perfectly healthy. He doesn't look as strong as he used to look, but other than that, he seems fine.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with the plan. I'm gonna grab the burning cart and try to push it into the cell.
Okay.
And if I need to use all my movement, then I have a lot of it.
Yeah, so you can get to the cart, right? That's 10 feet. And then, I don't know if I can move this, but let's see if I can. Yeah, let's see. 5, 10, 15. So, to get you there, that's 25 feet currently.
Okay.
Pushing the cart. And then you know that the ground... So, Lucius is now in between you guys. And the ground there looks fairly difficult to get through.
Okay.
And it's still a little bit on fire.
Yeah. I have a bonus action that I can use cunning.
Yeah.
So I can use to dash.
Yeah.
So
5, 10, 15, 25 would get you to here with the cart flaming.
Okay.
And put you right there.
Can I just dump it in there?
Sure. Yeah, we can say you can dump it in there.
Okay.
You see... Give me a perception check while you do that.
Okay. 15.
Okay. You see the face of a guard looking through the window as you dump the cart into this area. You're also going to take 1 point of fire damage from the cart, just flames erupting around you.
Okay. And I was disguised, so...
Yeah, for sure.
Nutty red and yellow 13-year-old boy causing
Those
havoc.
damn boys dumping burning bodies into empty
these
prison
hoodies.
cells.
These kids in their hoodies.
Oh. All right, cool. Anything else that you can do? Or,
I don't know if I have any more movement left, but I'm gonna try to book it out of there.
I mean, that was full movement to get there.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I'll give you your action if you want to do a dash action as well. 'Cause you have your bonus action. I'll just say that's like interacting with an object with a cart.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do that, and I'll drag the cart with me, if at all possible.
Okay, the cart is still on fire. Cart. But you want?
Oh well, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it near the doorway then. That's the blast site.
Okay.
Area.
So you leave it right there. Or?
Yeah, where it's blocking.
Okay. I mean,
then
the rest of the wall has been kind of exploded out. But yeah, no problem. Whew. All right. So go ahead and move yourself out. So you were in difficult, but now you'll be 5. And then you can go.
And it'll be 10, 20, 25. So I get right about right there.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Beautiful. Everything going to plan. Nothing going wrong. Lucius, you're up.
The way that he's headed, is that where the cart is?
Yeah, you saw.
Okay, because I see like it's kind of like dark. I can't really see anything.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually have the cart on the screen, anyways.
Well, it's time to run, so I'm gonna run and use my action to dash.
Okay. Yeah, you move a little faster than the halflings anyways, so we'd say you can dash and get to the cart.
No.
Gnomes.
How dare you?
Gnome and halfling. One of each.
We're very different. How can you get us confused as being the same?
Alright, so that was... So you get, like, just to the cart, Lucius, with your movement, because he did move around the corner. It's probably like you're there, but you're not quite in the cart yet. You're still waiting for Pios anyways. Randall, you are in the cart. Hendrix had turned the corner. Is there anything you would like to do?
Can I see anything from where I am?
There's not much. Hendrix turned the corner so that they can't see the cart from the alleyway itself. You can hear the bells ringing. You can see lights kind of coming on in various buildings as they try to figure out what's going on between the explosion sound and the alarm bells being rung.
Where's the alarm bell being rung from?
From the front of the prison cell in that direction, like the
How
prison.
far away is it from me?
Yeah.
How far away is that from me right now?
Probably about 100 feet or so.
Not 60 foot?
No, because he is already like 50 feet away from the prison. And then he turned around a corner. So then it's on the other side of the building altogether.
Could I throw a chaos bolt at the bell to see if I can stop that ringing out?
I mean, do you need line of sight?
No. It says, I hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy.
Yeah, but the target, does that say, doesn't say anything about, like, line of sight you can see, or?
No,
Okay.
It doesn't. Weird. It should. Doesn't.
One would think.
I'm going off of what's written on D&D Beyond on that side.
Let's see, 150 range spell against the target. One creature in range. I mean, you could aim it at, I guess, the... Whew, boy. This is an attack roll? Actually, sorry. On a hit. So I'd say, like, because it does say creature in range specifically, but I'd say you could target the guard who is currently ringing the bell.
I hear you.
It would be disadvantaged because you can't see the target.
Yeah.
But you do have an advantage I think you haven't used yet. From
I do.
Silver.
All right, let's do it. Let's go, people.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Okay. With disadvantage? Oh, wait, you're using a straight roll, right? Because you're countering it? Perfect. Yeah, so 25 will hit. So you roll 2d8 plus 1d6.
Yeah.
One of the d8s, the number rolled on the die determines the attacks.
Okay.
So I guess beforehand, pick or roll 1d8 and then see what it is, and then.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this thing. 1d8 coming up. That's an 8.
Okay, so thunder damage.
Which works out well for who I am.
Yeah.
And then I wrote 2d8 for damage.
Well, technically, I think that 8 would count as one of your d8s for damage.
Oh, okay.
Which works
so
well
it's
for
8
you.
plus 7 then. Fine.
So
15 points
15.
of thunder damage.
Did you roll your d6 as well?
Oh, I did not. Oh, sure. Now I roll a 2 with a d6.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
17
points
damage.
of damage.
Of thunder damage, of all things, to a bell, in a bid to silence it.
Yeah, you hear the bell again, but it's the sound of the bell clanging as it hits cobblestones, and then it goes silent.
Look at that. I will say to you, that's 2 of a specific kind of spells. Do you want me to roll for anything else on a specific table just now?
Yeah, why not? Let's cause more chaos. This is
fine. Just throwing it out there.
You're welcome.
Do you want a D100?
Yeah.
How many do you want?
Just one's fine.
Okay. That's an 81. That's a high number.
Yeah. 81, huh? You get to take an additional action.
Oh my goodness. For my additional action, I would like to... Do I see any of the guards in range at all?
You can't see anything from your angle. Like, they're down there. That was a shot in the dark that shot very well.
So I'm going to move, using my movement to move to the front of the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see better from there. Can I see any guards at all?
No, because specifically Hendrix's idea was to stay out of sight.
Right.
You
That's
could
a
ready
great-
that action, though. if
My
you would like.
action will be if I see a guard to cast Charm Person on him,
Okay.
and the charm will be to the effect of the griffins have gone insane and are attacking the city.
Okay. This guy is going to. All right. Cool. The guards start to act next. A couple guards dash around, re-maneuvering positions. You guys can't see what's going on. Hendrix, you're at the cart. Randall's now kind of hanging out with you up there. Lucia is inside, kind of freaking out a little bit right now. So Lucius is right next to the cart, but yet to get into the cart, and you don't see Pios at all. Anything you'd like to do?
No, I'll guess I'll message Pios. I'm like, is everything okay?
So far, so good. Go. I'll catch up.
I'll wait for Lucius to get in, and then I'll leave.
Okay. So we'll just say, like, you can ready it, I guess, for that. For Lucius to get in. Now, Pios will go next. Are you going to try to catch up to the cart before he leaves?
Yeah. How far away can I guesstimate?
I mean, you could get there with using all three of your actions. Like,
okay.
Your movement, action, and dash to get there.
Dash. Yeah. Okay. So that's what I'll do.
As you kind of cross this alleyway area, you see two of the guards starting to run down the alleyway. But if you'd like to just ignore them and move on, then that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Probably the smart choice. So yeah, you can make it to the cart. Hendrix, you can start off. So which direction are we trying to go with the cart? A few things I will note here just to throw out things you would already know. You're close to the front gate, however, that is closer to the guard house than not. And given that an alarm was sounded and sounds going off, it probably will be guarded. You do know that you really haven't gone to the other side of the city yet, but you know the direction of the other side of the city. The middle of the city, you see the rookery, the large tower that you've seen griffins come and go from. So you kind of have a reference point. You do know the edges of the city, because you jumped off walls earlier, is literally like you can get there and then there's like a 10-foot drop. So the cart might not survive it, but you guys might be able to just either ride off or ride over and jump off a wall and get out of the city and into the mountains or whatever. So whatever you guys want to do.
For the meantime, as we're leaving, I'll just not speed away, but casually trot to walk back towards the Queen's Rest.
Okay.
Just in case we're stopped on the way, I can at least say that I'm the cart driver for the Queen's Rest. I've got one of the guests in the back that probably drunk too much and needs to go back to their room. After hearing the bells of the alarm, I'm heading that way. And then after that, I assume further side.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. You get everybody on board and you make for the Queen's Rest at like a casual pace. The city starts being chaos. I'd say give me some sort of roll, whatever you think, for like getting back to the Queen's Rest with as little like interaction with guards as possible.
What would I roll for that?
I'm kind of leaving it at whatever Hendrix would venture to do
Could
without
I
telling.
also cast a spell on the way?
Sure.
As we're pulling away, I would like to cast Minor Illusion
Okay.
30 feet away, and I would like to do a sound.
Okay.
Says someone else, so it's a volume range, and I would basically like to make it sound like a guard, but all or some kind of guard that basically says they're heading to the front gate.
Okay. Let me check the purview of spells. While I am very lenient on everything, I want to make sure I don't set
It's totally
precedents.
fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine.
No problems here. All right. So minor illusion.
Yep. Under the sound part.
Yeah. Create a sound. Volume change from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice, someone else's voice, the lion's roar, beating of drums, or any other sound you choose. Sound continues unabated throughout the duration. So is 1 minute. Okay. Or you can make discrete sounds at different times before the spell ends. All right. Yeah. That's fine. So going towards the gate.
A short, simple phrase. They're heading toward the gate.
Okay. And are
Front
you
gate.
like utilizing that over and over from that spot, or are you just basically using it for the one call?
I think I'll use it for like one or two. One like I'll do it once and then do it again and then end it.
Okay, sounds good. Cool. So Hendrix, what did we decide on?
Can I do like a perception to see who's in our path?
Sure. Yeah.
Combined with some sort of like cart handling check to make sure I'm able to steer it and halt it. Just to avoid.
Yeah, whichever.
I got a natural 20 on the perception for a 28 total.
All right, cool. I think with that, you're able to guide the cart. You're able to spot potential roadblocks, areas where guards are starting to gather, and avoid it casually enough, I think, because you spot them with enough advance notice, and or your time in cities, in all these things, you've figured out kind of patterns the guards might make anyways, and you're able to do that without too much worry, and you're able to guide the cart back because of the natural 20. We'll just say you're able to get back to the Queen's Rest. As you arrive there, let's take a short break, and we'll figure out what everyone wants to do after that. Thank you for all of those joining us live in chat, affecting the way this game goes. We do appreciate that. If you are enjoying it, please consider dropping us a follow and or subscription here on Twitch. You can use your Amazon Prime for free, or check it out on our YouTube when it's fully edited and done. All the episodes of the show so far are up there now. You can see how they got to this point. I do edit those videos, so they will be shorter than our live sessions by a little bit, dropping some of the pauses to double check things or to look up the rules like I have on this game for some of the spells. Check out the other games, and we'll be back in, let's call it like 10 minutes. Is that good? Little bio break, water refill, whatever. And we'll be right back. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys. hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge. Now, let's get back to the show. Alright guys, welcome back. Anyways, you guys arrive back at the Queen's Rest. The town in general is kind of in this state of excitement. There's people that have kind of start coming out of various buildings, looking around, trying to figure out. Bells begin ringing again at some point on your way back, alerting and various other guardhouses throughout the city kind of responding and starting to stretch out, many of which aren't 100% sure what's going on. You spot figures of griffins start circling overhead. But Hendrix is skilled and has managed to both make the cart look casual enough that no one seems to take notice, and is able to avoid certain pathways that are most likely to encounter guard inquiries. And you arrive back at the Queen's Rest. As you're pulling up, you see the white building in contrast of the other stone buildings that surround it. The stone stable that's kind of attached to it. What would you guys like to do?
I'll be like, do you guys want to go up to the room while I put the cart away? On the horse?
Fresh shout.
He's going to stand out walking through the walking through looking like that. I'm guessing he's in some sort of common dress, prison clothes.
I mean, he's in his normal garb. They didn't change his clothes itself. They just took off all of his gear. So he's left with his clothes, and he had reminded me he stuffed gold into his pants, down in his crotch area to keep anyone from finding his gold sack.
That's words.
Yep, I had to do it. So there you are. I already had the adult content warning at the start of it, so deal with it. So that's where he's left. No items, no weapons, no armor.
Well, I'll let them all get out and make their way upstairs, and then I'll proceed to reverse do everything I did.
Okay, so you're by yourself. You're going to take the cart in and unhitch it and check on the guy you left tied up.
I'm going to put the horse away, then go pop up, see if he's still asleep.
Right.
If he is asleep,
yeah,
I'll just undo his bindings, hands and feet, and leave him gagged.
As you enter with the cart, you start hearing so you can kind of hear the sounds of muffled trying to shout from up where you left the gentleman.
That's fine. I'll note it. I'll finish putting the horse away, the cart away. I'll look about. I've got my hood up. I'll pull the bit of the cloak above my face and just peek over. And just look at him and go, should have put a bucket over his head.
Yeah, you see a large, the large figure tied up to this cot. In fact, he's actually been struggling to try to get free. So the cot is turned on its side, and so he's laying there on the side, gagged, and he kind of looks down towards you.
Oh my god! I'll pull my hood down. I was coming to rent a cart, but this seems more important. And I'll start unbinding him and taking off his gag. Are you okay?
Oh, thanks, mate. Oh, damn.
What sort of jokes do you guys pull on each other here? Seemed a bit harsh.
If I find out who did that, I'm gonna give him a right good one. I don't know who would have done it. I've never had that happen before. Stretching.
Well, I won't tell anybody that you got a bit tied up.
I appreciate that.
Not the sort of thing I go around telling people.
No. You said you needed a car.
Well, I did, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if this is the establishment that I kind of want to use my business in. I'll be back. I'll
give you a discount, helping and all.
Okay. Well, my plans may have just changed, so I'll
give me
I'll come back in a bit, but I'll keep that discount in mind.
Deception check while we're at it.
Yeah, sure. 9.
Okay. I rolled a 3. So he doesn't
Huzzah.
figure it out. So yeah, you are able to get out. He's more focused on, first of all, just like stretching. It's been probably a couple hours, an hour and a half or two, of being tied up. And then he goes hustles down to check on the cart and everything, check on the horses. And by that time, you have made your way out of this area.
Yeah.
And back up to the room where everyone else is settling in. So the room's a decent enough size. It's got a king-size bed. There's a couch and a few chairs and plenty of floor space here. What are you guys up to?
I'm actually gonna look at Hendrix. Do you mind letting me borrow your dagger? I got something I want to do so that way I don't get recognized by the guards if we end up walking around sometime.
Whoa! Don't disfigure yourself, mate. It's not worth it.
I'm gonna shave my beard.
Oh,
If you're shaving, you want a flatter edge. And I pull out one of my hatchets because I don't carry daggers.
Okay, well, if somebody has something I can use, that would be wonderful.
I've got some iron welding tools with me.
You can just Viking shave with the head of an axe. It'll be fine.
You just leave it for the moment, mate. No disrespect. They're looking for a big guy in golden armor. You're a small dude who's naked. You're fine.
I give Lucius one of my daggers.
See, useful.
All right, Tiny.
All right, so you're going
You
into the washroom to
he's gonna shave off the beard. He knows that they're looking for a big guy, but he just doesn't want to take that chance that anybody recognizes him.
Well, I mean, you also know the guards would have seen you dwindle.
Yeah, when I drop size. Yeah.
There's a bit of a knowledge base there.
I'm gonna kind of perch in a hidden position and kind of watch from the balcony all the stuff that's going on.
Okay.
Randall will...
Basically, first watch. I'm doing first watch. So.
Yeah. This is a room with a balcony, and we've got a long corridor going down the way up to our room.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of other rooms there, but you're one of just many along this in this Queen's Rest area, and it's like a lengthwise long corridor to get to this where the stairs are.
It's a swanky establishment there, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I check the door handles and the floor outside of each of the rooms to see whether or not there are trays, or if there are notes, or if there are indicators for desire of room service. I'm trying to get a bead on how many of these rooms are actually occupied just now.
Okay. Give me whatever you think an applicable roll on this will be.
It's investigation. I don't want it to be, but it is investigation.
Yeah, I mean, I was leaning that way, but I wanted to leave a window open if you thought you could spin good enough reason.
No. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Because it's 4 a.m. It's been shitty.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
tough. You've had a very rough day. You've killed an innocent person. You know.
Yeah. The person who we rescued has turned out to not be of any use to us in the future because he's absolutely tiny now.
Yeah.
So what was the point? Now we're surrounded by the entire city of people who don't like us. One last desperation look around this corridor and hotel, looking for anything that's black and white.
Okay. Perception check. Suiting, given your state of being at the moment, you're unable to locate anything, and I think at that, you calling it a night?
Yeah, at that point, I'm just gonna collapse on a bed, and you know what? If I end up in a gallows the next day, it is what it is, man.
All right. So you climb up onto the bed. What's Hendrix going to do? Pass is Lucius is shaving.
I'll probably pull that chair away from the balcony that I was sitting on before. It back more further into the room. It's getting later now, it's probably a bit chillier. And just cross my arms and sort of going to sleep on that chair in the middle of the room. Wait, telling Pius that I'll take the next shift.
Sounds good. Eventually, Lucius, you finish shaving. Are you going to go to sleep at that point, or?
Actually, like, while he's shaving, like, if anybody's looking at him, he looks extremely fucking pissed off. But while he's doing it, he's pretty much in his head, like, talking to himself. And at one point, he goes, like, pretty much, he yells the name Lucius in his head, which is the name of his father. Go figure. And he goes, like, you told me everything was gonna be fine. It wasn't fine, but look, the those divine gauntlets you gave me, they got taken by the guards. So I'm not saying I beat them back, but you might want to grab them before you have mortals using them. And after that, he's shaving and he's just thinking, like, damn it, like, this really sucks. Especially when he goes back to the lodging, they're gonna look at him like, what the hell?
Yeah. All right. With that, the night I would not say is overly restful. I mean, you guys will get your rest, but there are constantly, patrols going around, noises in the street from like people searching and looking around, but they don't think to look at one of the nicest hotels in the town that for a bunch of convicts, like an escaped convict and a bunch of people who may have helped him. So the morning comes, dawn creeps up. You guys are able to take your watches, get your rest, get your long rest in, and as you were up late, it's probably later morning by the time you're able to fully recuperate and feel ready to face the day. Anything in particular you guys are looking to do first thing in the morning?
Make note of how much breakfast and whatnot we have.
What rations do we have?
Yeah, check rations, various things of that nature.
What's
anything that we got from the actual
mini fridge
as well?
Yeah.
Why do we need rations?
So I mean, if any of you had
What-
rations in your backpacks, you'd have that. There's probably like some fruit that, like a fruit bowl that's in the room itself as part of like the welcome to the hotel sort of thing. There's a cafe downstairs.
Is there
How
anybody
long will
want
we
to
stay
use?
here?
We should be clear about who can and cannot be seen right now in public. Right now, I can't go downstairs. Lucius can't go downstairs. Lucia can't
Probably
go down.
best you stay
Probably
away.
best she stays up here. Probably best you don't go downstairs, Hendrix, because you were with me. Only person that can be seen in public is Pios. And he can't be seen about because he was seen walking around near that guy who hung out with a bunch of other people and he's now dead.
I
And
say,
you also came into the city with Lucius.
I did. So we need to stay low. That's why I'm counting rations now.
I hate to say it, the only person out of our entire group who can safely walk about downstairs and get hold of food to bring back to the room is the woman we're trying to protect.
I truly feel that if I leave my sword in the room and I just go down and just ask for some room service.
We
And
have
come
enough
back up.
rations.
Yeah, for
Hold
a
on.
day.
Hold on, I have an idea. I'm going to go out to the balcony real quick. Do I see foot traffic?
Yeah, there'd be people. This is situated along like the main thoroughfare that goes through the city. So there's people
Any
watching.
boys? Any young boys?
I shudder to
Too early for that.
question. Yeah, it's like late morning, so yeah, there's probably some boys running around playing or
Oi, kid, come here.
yeah.
I hold up a copper piece. And I go, I've got this for you. I'm gonna give it to you right now. But there's more to come if you could fulfill for me a simple quest. I flick it out to him.
He catches it. How
I
much
hold
more?
up a silver piece.
Okay. What do you need?
I want you to go down to the local store and get me bread and milk and grain. Bread, milk, and some fruit.
Okay.
However much it costs, use this silver piece right now. When you come up and you bring it to this room, you'll get a gold piece.
What room?
So, yeah? Just come back to the balcony, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, nice one. I chuck down the silver piece.
Grabs
Quick
it.
insight to see whether or not he's going to be happy just taking one silver piece and one copper piece and doing one.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll.
It's a 16.
Yeah. He seems like the idea of a gold coin is worth the little bit of an errand run that he's gonna have. So he shuffles off down the street. Another kid kind of like running after him as they were playing before. They both run out, disappear from sight for a while. But you felt he was enticed by the idea of a gold. Not too much longer after that, you hear like a knock on the door.
Hello?
Do you answer, or are you just calling?
I'll shout from the other side of the room. Hello?
Yeah. Sorry, hotel management. It was just, you guys paid for a day, and it's time to check out, and you have a somewhat sizable tab that was run up at the restaurant.
I'll hand him Hendrix he's gonna see me reach out to my underwear and pull out my bag of money. Here you go, buddy.
So warm. Why is it so warm?
Thought you shaved.
What, up here?
Yes. I'll go to the door after taking the crotch money, and right. Yes. I'll meet you down at the desk. We may end up extending another day. Get the papers ready.
All right.
Find out the balance on the bill last night. Pyle's drank an entire bottle of wine.
You can
I
you
did
ask them
not.
if they can get me clothing and you can pay
Sure.
them out of
Randall,
Yeah.
are you able to? You got any more spare clothes in there?
Drank a bottle of wine by myself. You wouldn't have
Or
been
anything
able
that I
to
can,
look at that guy.
I've got nothing in your size. Hold on. Well, what do you want to change into?
Well, at the moment I've just got my street clothes, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the same
no,
outfit I turned up in last night. And if I'm
Yeah.
going down to the desk,
Let me see. I've got here. I'm going to use my disguise kit,
Okay.
and I'm going to look around the room at the plush furnishings and curtains, and there's going to be a montage, you guys. As I go to work with the needle and thread.
I will help in what way I can.
Okay.
Lots of standing still, wincing as
Guidance.
King goes into your various parts of your body. Don't move. Oh, he said, don't you move.
Be
Yeah.
gentle then.
So he's going to make. He's going to end up with a nice gold brocade suit, 2-piece, that looks great from a distance. It will seem on a subconscious level quite familiar to the hotel staff because it will actually be made from the curtains. But I'm working on the basis that who the fuck would actually think to themselves, that guy's gone and made himself a suit out of curtains? That's insane. You know what I mean? And hotel staff, God love them, they're a tired bunch. I don't think they're going to be thinking in terms of observance.
Fair enough. For the sake of everything's gone wrong, we'll just say that you're able to make this happen. We gotta give 1 or 2 to you.
I'll
So
take
you
it.
have mainly you focus on like a coat because you probably don't want to take like half the day making a full suit.
I'd like to think I'm pretty good at making things on the fly. But yeah, fair one. It would definitely be about an hour before he gets down the stairs.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
for sure.
Make
But
them wait.
You should definitely add to your inventory gold curtain suit.
That is going to happen.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, luckily the curtains were mostly solid, but with like gold workings around the edges. So it's what color is the suit coat?
Gold brocade. Think of it like a gold with gold leaf textured onto
There you
it.
go. Perfect. Yes, love it. Just what the Queen's Rest would have. Yeah, so kind of flashy, but Randall was able to alter it enough, utilizing the curtains and other things to make it look presentable enough. Kind of look like that guy who wears like the blue tuxedo with the frills and stuff. A little out of place, but whatever. No one really questions too much.
I'm trying to own it.
Yeah.
I've got that bop in my step as I walk down a corridor
Yeah.
with somebody else's bag of gold in my hand. I'm going to that front desk.
Randall, did you give him the money that you earned?
You know what? I really didn't. Let's find out how much it is. It might be that Lucius has given enough from his own pouch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't actually point. I don't know how much is in this pouch, so I better check it before I even leave the room.
How
So,
much is in the bag?
I had like 3 or 4 platinum in there, so there's money.
Okay.
So like 40 gold pieces.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Well, I mean, there's more. I'm just saying there was like the 4 platinum, there was some gold, so the bag is probably almost full.
that's cool. In which case, I'll look at Hendrix as he takes it, and I'll be like,
you see the door shut, and then in your ear you hear, "Your dirty secret is safe with me."
Thank you so much.
All right. So you make your way down to the hotel front desk. You see a man with like a white dress shirt on, a like maroon tie and a maroon vest, and he's sitting there with papers, and he sees you come down and go, "Oh yes, room 28. Yes, sir, come. Yes."
I go over. I finish up the bill from last night and today, and ask what, and then ask for another night.
All right. So another night, no problem. That is a gold for the night. There is the matter of 185 gold pieces for the bill at dinner the night before.
Of course, yes, of course. And I'll just open up the bag and casually start counting out.
So, Lucius, how much money in total did you give Hendrix?
Okay, so looking at this thing, I have 4 platinum and 12 gold.
Okay, so you have 52 gold worth towards 185.
Oh.
I do hope
I
you
have
have
bought-
more up there. Or
No, of course. I must have grabbed the wrong bag. I often split my money up, just put pickpockets and whatnot, and I'll go in my pocket, and I've got 50 gold.
okay.
I go, here's this. I'll be back down in a moment with the rest. I must have left it in the other jacket. And then
right.
I'll go back up. But that's 85 I owe him, right?
I believe we're at 84 right now.
84.
Yeah.
As I'm walking back up to the room, do I see any other guests?
Actually, there's not much action at this point in the day. A lot of the guests have made their way out and are out doing their things for the day.
Okay. Well, go back up to the room then.
All right.
50 gold lighter in my pocket and an empty bag to give back to Lucius.
The cost of being freed.
Yeah, he'll look at it
Yep.
like, what the hell? I thought
Yeah,
rooms
so
didn't
we got the
cost
room.
that much.
For another night, but we still owe 84 gold coins.
84.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. How
Why
much
should
for
we
another
owe
night?
so much?
Yeah.
Well, it's only a gold a night. It's the yeah, it was that bottle.
Right. Yeah. No. It was good. It was quite nice.
I wouldn't know.
Oh.
Never poured me any.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Now I come to think of it, it was a bit tart. It was. I think you wouldn't have enjoyed it that much, mate. Honestly, I took a bullet for you. Now I think about it.
Do I need to go knock someone out?
No, it's fine. I pull out my money pouch, which has got the initials of one of the ladies from the night before.
Yeah.
And I will pull out one coin at a time, very sadly, watching it go.
All right.
Okay, it's going to be 84 gold coins, and then I will drop begrudgingly another 16 on top of that to give to Hendrix. There you go.
I was gonna say, I just pocket whatever you overpay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the 100 in total there.
Yeah.
Okay. I give it half an hour, making the guy downstairs wait once again,
Yeah.
and to see if your little friend with bread and milk comes back.
Does he come back?
Yeah, you will hear some. Oi! Hey,
That's
Mister!
okay. Yeah.
Before-
What we got? What's that? Is that grapes? Nice.
Yeah, so he's got like a like brown bag full of food. He's got like a couple loaves of bread, a like jar of milk, and some oranges and some grapes.
Right. Mage hand those bad boys, grab hold of that, pull that up to the balcony, and I will flick him a gold coin.
Thanks, Mister.
And I
Anything
say to
else?
him, yeah, if you're here tomorrow morning with the same again, I'll give you 2 gold pieces.
All right, I could do that.
What's your name?
I'm Mick.
All right, Mick. Nice one. Good name. My name's Minnie. Mickey and Minnie. Good team.
Okay, Minnie.
Bye, Bush. See you in a
And he
bit.
runs off.
And have you seen me?
Seen who?
It's my boy. I turn around to Pius and Hendrix and I go, this time of day, and the kids that's not at school, they're already learning their lessons. You know what I mean?
Yep. Like I mentioned earlier,
Oh, what?
on the docks.
Oh, yeah. Fair one.
Kids are useful.
Uh,
Old people are to a certain degree, but they can get mouthy with certain guards pushing on
They can,
certain
yeah.
broken
Yeah. They can get
old
mouthy.
people bones.
Sure can get mouthy.
I will go downstairs and pay the remaining of last night's tab, so there's no arguments from them not there, and they know that we've got coin,
yeah.
so they're happy to keep us about. I'm also going to ask if they can bring up a selection of town clothes for me to pick from, and then I'll leave them with that task and go back to the room. And these clothes are obviously for Lucius, but they can be adapted and changed. We can see what's there.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything you guys are looking to accomplish while you wait for someone to come up with a selection of clothes?
Which way do we want to escape?
What's our next step? Listen, we've been super reactive in the last 48 hours. I feel like we've been playing a lot of defense. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
I think we're at this stage where, like, what do we know? That the ruler on this island has given the ear of himself and his law enforcement agencies to that twunk. Right? We know that twunk absolutely is involved with getting Lucia over here. We also know that someone who knows what Lucius looks like, well, used to look like, sorry mate, but it's true, you're tiny now.
Pius looks over at you, Lucius. What happened to you?
You gotta be more specific, buddy.
You were once something else. And now you're this.
I'll tell you, but you're not gonna believe me. So you know those gauntlets that I'm always wearing? That was a gift from my father, and that's what gave me the strength.
Now they are gone.
Yeah, so yeah, it was I guess a gift for being his son since he was never around. So I mean, don't get me wrong, they were helpful, but what can I do?
So, yeah.
Can you still fight?
I can. I'm just gonna have to change my tactics.
That
Prove
is
it,
all that
and I'll-
matters.
You know,
I'll
a
pull up a
soldier
table.
is always a soldier. By the way, Bill, I had a question because because this girl was super scared when she's all the time she saw me. Now that she sees me different, what is the look on her face? Does she say anything?
She doesn't necessarily say anything. I think she's still wary of you, just because of the things that had happened. But I think she's come to grips that it's not you that she has to worry about. Like, you've not acted in any way that would give her any pause, but it's just still a traumatizing event for her that she.
Oh yeah, I understand that one. I just figured maybe she would be like, like, what the heck? Because I was all muscular and now I'm just a skinny tall guy.
So Randall, who do you think it was?
Who what was?
The one that was trying to look like Lucius.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I've got a feeling, and it's a weird one. And I'm not basing this on anything other than a pure gut feeling.
The best feeling.
Do you remember the party that we were at? Where
I was there, yes.
Yeah. You remember the senator's wife? The tiefling, the hot one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one. There was a lot to that woman. There was a lot of sexual confidence, and in my experience, women like that tend to have quite a violent streak in them. Now, I'm not saying that purely because she's a tiefling, but I mean, you know what I mean? I feel like she shape changed and went for him, and went for Lucia. I've got no reason to think it's her. If it's not her, then it's someone that we've not seen before. You know?
Indeed.
And I think it's her. I think that she stands to gain from a war. And I think that she stands to gain in a way of being directly involved in it in a different way to how the senators are involved with it. Listen, Costas is 100% where the money's at. Like, as far as I'm concerned, top of the board, right there, Senator Costas. Like, you know what I mean? And underneath that, you've got your Merc with the mouth, or as I like to call him, Twonk, because he keeps jacking my style. Or, and I think this tiefling woman, again, I've got zero reason. I just got a feeling, you know? They don't often work out. I could be miles off.
So, how do we investigate her?
Listen, the only link we got right now is to get that guy. We need to get that guy on our ship, coming with us. I don't know how we're going to do that unless we go to where he hides. And I think he hides out by the lake. You know? Maybe we take the airship. They'll think that we're trying to do one and we'll fly away. They won't pursue us once we'll be on their land. But if we go to the lake, maybe we can catch him. I don't know. Man. He's actually really annoyed me. I feel like right now I should have killed him when I had the chance. If I killed him when we had the chance, it would have been a lot easier. My fault.
I mean, it is most easy for you to do like you did earlier tonight or yesterday. So
yeah,
you hesitated. That is bad.
I did hesitate. It was bad. I won't do it again.
Good.
Next 100% shoot pieces, yeah.
What do we do with the girl though? because we cannot bring her with us when we go after him. She will surely die.
Right, but we bring her back, put her into custody. The entire trail goes cold, and we're not going to be able to get back onto this island again afterwards.
Do we leave her on the airship?
Yeah, leave her with the captain when we go down onto the lake, for sure. Yeah, no, you're right. Put her in a safe spot there. Do we have anything of that guy at all?
What guy?
The guy whose sword you took. What's his name?
I've got his sword.
I was wondering when that would click.
Oh my god! Like out of character, not my character, me. What a numpty! Wow,
You said it, and I was like, "Where's he going with this?"
an absolute shocker. I'll look over at the paladin and say, "Any chance you got some way of locating a person based on having an object of some kind?" I only mention it because my brother can do that from sometimes.
Let me find out. He's gonna.
Yes.
He's gonna
yes.
grab the sword if you hand it to him. And he's just gonna be like, "All right, Lucius, just show up, man. I need your help. You need to stop, playing with me."
Now he's talking to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep waiting for us to actually turn into like some kind of time frame stop. Like,
And if he doesn't appear, he's gonna be like, "I really need your help. I told you that I didn't. I'm not mad at you anymore. Come on, help me work shit out."
are you all right, mate?
Yeah.
I'm trying to contact somebody. Don't bother me right now.
I didn't know you had the message spell too. Oh, that's useful to know.
Good to know.
Thanks.
Really hasn't used it yet. A bit selfish if you ask me.
So there's 2 Luciuses.
My father's
obviously,
name
the
is
big one,
Lucius.
there's a small one in there.
I think that Lucius looks almost like Lucius, so he looks almost like his father.
What, tiny?
No, like, facial features.
Okay.
Minus a beard.
Minus a beard, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you have just defaced yourself so you don't look like your own father. That's a bit rude. I'll tell you what. I'm going to sing a song entreating your father to come out of the nether realm to come and chat to you and give you a bardic inspiration.
You guys hear a knock at the door.
Ah, close. What is this room set out like? Is there like a hallway to the front door, or is it just open planned with a door that opens up to a large room? With
There's
a bed
a
in
small hallway. It's like a small hallway, and there's like a washroom that's attached to the hallway on one side, and then it like opens up into the larger room. There's then like a king size bed sort of thing, air quotes in modern terms. Like a little dresser area, mirror on the wall, couch, a couple of chairs, and a small like round table on the balcony.
Would it be sensible to say I could have this person come in and offload their stuff and ask them to come pick up what I don't need later, without seeing everybody in this room?
Sure.
Like,
yeah, it's fine.
Then that's what I'll do.
Let's say you manage. The other guy, the guy who comes up, same one from the desk, is not the largest or tallest individual and doesn't really try to like look past you.
Yeah.
He just comes with about 5 different outfits of various sort. They all look nicely made, though. They are on the finer side of things as far as clothes go, as would befit someone who lives or is frequenting this particular place. But yeah.
I'll just take the clothes in, the selection, and then to come back in a little while. I want to try them on my own leisure.
Okay.
I tip him a gold coin.
Sir. Thank you. And he will pocket it into his vest and depart, leaving you with 5 various options. There's they're all like nicely made, more on like the soft and light city wear sort of things. There's one that seems to be a little bit sturdier, like darker. It's almost like hunting garb, so it's made out of like leathers, but it still has like golden trim around the edges. It's like if the rich guy wants to go hunting, like this is what he might wear out. So it's still nicer than like a standard traveler's clothes. The rest would be more like a fine like suit sort of a thing. All male attire that he's brought.
Just a series of 1990s deconstructed linens.
No.
Cool. I'll just leave them on the side for now.
Okay.
Gonna be the best dressed city banker, my friend.
Yeah, Lucius is just gonna like give you the sword. If you look at his face, it probably looks like defeated.
Yeah,
But
you don't hear any response.
He's gonna look at Randall. I'm not a paladin. I'm a fighter. I just can use magic.
Okay, noted. So I'm going to go to work on the hunting garb, and I'm going to create for him a couple of alterations to make it look like it's more bespoke and it fits in more naturally.
Okay.
I'm going to work on maintaining as much of the leather process, trying to see if I can actually incorporate that into some kind of armor for him. But whilst maintaining, of course, the svelteness that he will now need because he's so squishy. And just taking on from there.
Yeah. I mean, the leather that it is not enough for like actual physical armor use, but is suitable for wearing out in like traveling and everything.
Okay.
You're focusing on one pair of clothes, the other 4 we're kind of like leaving or not utilizing.
I get the sensation I will use one to actually make up for Hendrix. I'll look at the powder blue and I'll be like, this actually works really well with your skin color, actually, Hendrix. That'll go quite nice. He's got like a nice powder blue with a darker blue overcoat process on there.
Okay.
While that is happening, I'll be in my little spot on the balcony hidden, and I want to watch movements and troop, the guards and anything aerial and stuff like that. So
and you guys are
the whole
basically
time
just staying in the room. The plan is all day kind of doing these things.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I'm feeling bad about the Greaves. I'm making fun of Lucius, but I think I'm going to go back to the prison. I think I'm going to slip that back. So I'm going to disguise myself up.
Okay.
Use my disguise kit, make myself look like a miner, like an
child.
Absolute... What? Yeah. Of
like
course.
a child.
Yeah. Teeny tiny little kid, 100%. What else did you think I meant? I said a minor. Well, pay attention.
Yeah.
And yeah. So, to that end, I'm going to use my disguise kit, which allows me. I can do it deception with advantage, as it gives me proficiency on there. That is a natural 20 for a 29.
Perfect.
Oh,
yeah.
damn.
You look like a little kid, not anything like yourself.
Right, fine. So I'm going to walk the streets fairly freely, whistling a little tune aimlessly, and I'm going to head to the prison cell. I'm going to do a little walk around the block. What's the situation with the jail cell right now? Is there a heavy police presence around here right now, or is there nothing whatsoever except for like tags and um, uh, that raggedy line of police were here and they'll come back in a couple of weeks?
There's a heavy presence. In fact, you see a griffin that is like out front of the prison cell itself, with one of the guards like holding a reins of the griffin. It seems to be like lots of people bustling in and out. Guards, coming and going.
Well, lots of people bustling about. I'm going to be a part of that process of bustling about. Gonna just go with the tide of humanity.
Well, as far as far as the guardhouse goes, it mainly all you're seeing are guards coming and going in and out. So you as a child will obviously draw some attention.
Sure, I understand.
Which
Can I
is
be
fine.
stealthy? Yeah, I'll be stealthy in the sense of people see me but assume that it's just a thing that's happening, and before they connect, go, hold on, that's a bit odd. I'm already moved on to the next spot, if you will.
Okay.
And then they're like, ugh, I'm too busy. I don't want to worry about it.
All right. You can give me a stealth roll.
That's a 12?
Okay. There's a lot of eyes in here, and though you kind of bustle in through the door behind one of the guards, you see a female guard come over. Sorry, dear, this is no place for a child, especially right now. Are you lost?
A little bit, yeah. I'm sorry. I got told that my dad was in here last night. They brought him in drunk.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I mean, maybe we didn't take any new drunks in last night, though.
They said they brought him in on a drunk wagon. They said they left him outside the jail.
No, I mean, there's the other guardhouse on the east side. Maybe it was that one, dear?
Or maybe. I'll go take a look. Thank you.
Okay.
Is she getting on with her day?
No, she's kind of like, okay, and like watches you to try to make sure you leave.
Okay,
but it's that concerned look of like that kind of motherly.
Sure. I'm going to turn back to her and I'll go, I don't suppose you could help me find what I'm actually really looking for, could you, just now? And I cast Charm Person.
Okay. What's the save on?
It's a Wisdom 14.
Wisdom 14. Let's do that. Ooh. I don't know why that came on as pass. Oh, because I was clicked on him. That would be a 22. She looks at you and scowls. And reaches for her short sword.
Hey, you can't blame a young scamp for trying. Have a good one, miss. And I walk out smiling.
She goes to like follow you, and then you hear a voice, "Hey, Sarah, come over here." And then she turns back and heads in, back to like.
So she's got her back turned to me in that instant.
For that moment, after she sees you scamp off, yeah, so she turns, because she'd wait, and then she was about ready to come after you with her weapon and question you further, but she gets called in.
Okay. Can't go in through the front door then. And there's a griffin at the back door?
No, the griffin's out in the front.
Okay. Who's at the back door? Who's in the hole?
in the hole. If you make your way around that side through the alley, there is a series of guards that are currently like cleaning up the mess and starting to like gather up all the debris.
Am I in a position where I can mage hand the gold greaves?
I mean, they were locked in a chest inside the place, so sorry, I'm not trying to make it like super difficult for you, but
yeah, I'm going for the basic process of the thing.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Right, doesn't look possible. It doesn't look feasible unless I go up. Can I cast Shatter without someone realizing it? No, because I don't have silence casting just yet.
No.
One day.
One day.
One day.
Not today.
Not today. All right, I'm going to head back to the hotel.
All right. Meanwhile, the gentleman eventually comes back to the room, knocks on the door. Where are the outfits to your liking? Did you want them all, or just a couple of them?
Damn it. Just the two, actually, and I'll pass them back the other clothes and just tell them to put it on the tab, on the bill of the room, and I'll sort it out.
Sure, it'll be 20 gold when you come to settle up.
Fair enough. Thank you.
And he
just usher him out. Now Lucian has clothes, I guess.
Yeah. So Lucius, you have a new pair of traveler's clothes, but it is like a nice pair. And Hendrix, you have a set of fine clothes that Randall had picked out for you.
Cool. I'll change out of the curtain suit into the fine clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and before that, I would have switched clearly back into my old clothes.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. All right. Eventually, Randall returns to you guys.
All right, lads.
What did the troop movement look like?
Yeah, good
Randall.
job. Sorry, you did ask that question.
I mean, you see groups of like 3 guard like patrols kind of going through the city looking for anything that would trigger any inquiry, any leads as to this. They stop a few people here and there, just ask them questions about, what did you see last night? But not as much around the Queen's Rest as they would be elsewhere. But they're grasping at straws right now, it seems.
So where is that overhang at, as far as where I guess, what is it? The mountain meets the wall?
Oh, for the city?
Yeah.
So the city is built on an area that they have then dug or designed walls all the way around the city.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, so basically you go to any edge of the city that doesn't actually have an active ramp, which would only kind of be the east and west end of the city has like entrances and exits. Everything else is 10-foot high walls, but it's flat with it. So the city's flat here, the wall goes down that way. So like the city keeps going, but the wall goes down 10 feet. So it's, they don't necessarily have a lot of armies that attack, but it keeps wild animals out. It keeps people from easily being able to scale the short 10-foot high wall, but then they have guards that patrol the edges.
Are we close to one?
Not really. You're fairly in the middle of the city.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Not
like you can't see them from the Queen's Rest.
Okay. And I can't see the not the movement, but the layout of maybe like the sewers and stuff like that, whether they dump out into, outside of the city or
not from where you are, no.
Okay, because I'm looking. Basically, I'm also looking for any way else out of the city besides the way we came in, and any other possibilities. So
Yeah, no, I get you.
Fine.
Without, deep
Yeah,
exploration of the
literally.
sewer systems, you're
Yeah.
likely not to discover that just from a quick glance.
Okay.
Hendrix, as the day moves on into later afternoon and then starting to begin like the evening time, the sun starting to dip a little bit more into the west, you feel a familiar sensation, a presence returning within range of a certain owl.
Daisy?
And you feel the presence, and you feel Daisy beginning to kind of hone in on you.
Do I get a sense? Yeah. Do I get a sense of a distance more than like time period? Are they on the outskirts waiting? Or are they docking? Are they?
I mean, you feel Daisy like coming towards you, getting closer.
At least I know. I share with the party. I'm like, Daisy's either coming back or flying back, or she's got a lift. But either way, I can feel her coming this way.
When I hear that, I'm going to grab hold of my horn and I'm going to play thinking of Medea and
Okay.
be ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right. Pius, you're still out on the balcony?
Yep.
Give me a perception check.
10.
Okay. It takes you a while, but eventually you spot two figures flying in towards your balcony area, like honing in. One smaller than the other.
Do I recognize any of them?
It takes quite a while for you, as you're not as accustomed to looking up and out into the kind of sky, and the sun's kind of coming at them. So, like it lights them up, but it's a little tough for you.
Make a figure.
But as they come in, you spot first an owl flying past you and into the room, and second, a larger Aarakocra figure flying down and landing on the balcony. And that is where we will end today's session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We'll see where this goes from there, how they escape from the city, what happens 2 weeks from today. Join us tonight for our Princess Apocalypse game. Dave and I will be playing in that one. Our Red King GM will be running us through that. We're either going to fight a dragon or a boss of level, so it should be fun. We'll see what happens. Thanks for all of you for joining us in chat, giving out, wow, there's quite a bit. That's pretty cool. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. It's awesome. We appreciate it. We are all part of the XP Guild, and we'll catch you soon. Bye, guys.
Peace out. Woo!